Good morning, everybody. It is 11:11. How are you all going out there? Well, wow. I have to apologize. I think I said last week the eclipses are over, we're smooth sailing, but don't know about you guys, but I've been feeling some things have been pretty intense, and this last week for me has been a little bit of a write-off as far as moving forward with the on my visions. So yeah, I just felt to mention that, and just to be real, because we all have high expectations of what we want to accomplish in life, and sometimes takes a little longer than expected, and sometimes we need to just chill out and have a Netflix night or two or three in my case, but that's just the way it is. And yeah, so I just felt to really be present with you and go, I'm feeling you out there if you're feeling it too. So hey Fawzi, good to see you. So I'd be really interested to see what comes through the cards this week. And I've just activated a kyanite card here for myself, just to bring me into alignment, because I'm really feeling that a lot. Hey Kalia. I'm really feeling that I've been a little bit all over the place, and I'm like, is this just me? Is this me? Or are we all feeling it? And I've been connecting in with a lot of people, and a lot of people have said the same thing. It's been big times, and just remember that if you're feeling a little out of sorts, feeling a little bit introverted, but also a deep desire to connect and reach out, I am hearing that from a lot of people that I spoke to. Like last night at the Bruns pub, there was so many people out and about, and everyone was like, I don't know why I'm out. I'm really feeling introverted, but I have to connect. And I think that's the really important message, is for all of us to reach out and help one another and support one another. And yeah, that's surely my intention today. And with these weekly readings, it's just as a little tap in that you can, have a little bit of reflection around. So yep, you're feeling that too, Kalia. Yeah, big time. So another reason why I've got the kyanite card just for myself now, and so I'll speak a little bit about kyanite. Kyanite is about alignment and coming back into your center and really making sure there is a direct flow of energy between heavens and earth. And also, the calling the self back in and releasing anything that's not yours. So that's an important practice and thing to do when you're feeling a little bit out of sorts. And to be honest, I'd forgotten to do all that, because when you're feeling average, it's the last thing you're thinking about. But I've had a crow turn up this morning and just been like crowing at me all morning. I'm like, wow, okay, I hear you. I'm going to go and get my kyanite on. So the animal associated with kyanite is the crow, and also I believe magpie is very much connected in with that too. And I've had this little magpie come and have breakfast with me regularly, and it's flown inside the house yesterday. And because they've got that black and white, those feathers, it's very much showing the polarities, the black and white polarities, and the real calling for finding that middle ground between the two. And it's really great to remain diligent and activated, but then there's times when you do need downtime and you do need to just chill out. So that's what I've been doing for sure. Magpie yesterday, yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'm gonna just give people an opportunity to arrive here into this space, and I'm gonna just tune into what's happening for us all at this time, because it's still feeling big. It's like we're at the other side of the eclipse portals and gateways, but often we feel this continually for a little bit, and just readjusting to the intentions we've set for ourselves, and just collectively. There's half of New South Wales is on fire at the moment, a lot of bushfires. I think there was more earthquakes in Indonesia recently. So there's a lot happening in our outer atmosphere, and remembering that's all within us as well. There's so much going on alchemically out there. So yeah, it's do what you need to do to give yourself a break and just really rest. So Another thing, there's so much I'd love to share with you, but I'm just going to pull some cards and we'll see what comes through towards the end. And remember, if you're online, I've just worked out that the way in which the comments come through, so I'm going to see if I can actually read them correctly this time and not miss anyone for a card reading. Okay, so let's see what comes through today. Okay, doing a weird kind of different shuffle today. Okay, so, yeah, okay. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, so the first card of the week, we've got Elestial. So Elestial quartz is probably one of my favorite crystal formations ever. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they are a silicon dioxide just like a regular quartz, but it's all in the way they form and their shape. They often have multiple terminations, so like little points, and often are double terminated, so they could be pointing down as well as up. But they're often chunky little guys. You know, you can get little ones or big ones, but they're quite majestic in their energy. And when I see an Elestial, I'm really reminded of a circuit breaker. This is how I like to describe them, because you imagine all those little points are like circuitries where energy is received in and out as well. And because Elestial quartz is very much connected with angelic truth, so this is very much a higher frequency energy that's coming in directly from those higher realms. And if we think of the angelic realms, so to speak, and how that works as far as the Devic realm, so Devic being elemental beings, like the crystals themselves, whereas angelic is more, the angelic are more of the architects. They're the ones that design the grand plan, where it's the nature kingdoms which put everything into place. They are the building blocks that make things form and follow the codes that are coming from light source. So if you think of us as humans as the conduits or the pathways that these higher realms can express down into the earth through us. And yeah, the Elestial quartz I see as a circuit breaker, because sometimes there's so much that's coming through ideas and through inspiration and just pure light, life force energy coming directly from source, directly from the central sun, from the universe out there. And, you know, that can blow our circuits sometimes. Like, let's be honest, who hasn't felt that? I've been definitely feeling the circuits have been a little frazzled out. So Elestial quartzes are helping us to regulate the energy that's coming in. So it's really interesting that that's come through for the start of our week. We've been bombarded with a lot of light, a lot of information, a lot of change, and we're feeling it, right? We're amped up, we feel it, we're excited, we know there's change, but we're all sort of like, ah, what do we do with this? So yeah, the Elestial is like, okay, just allow this energy to be drip fed in a rate in which we can actually digest it and utilize it, because there's no point having high voltage running through an old system that's going to basically blow up or blow a fuse. So that's really interesting that that came through, and just to tune into your bodies and how you are feeling and experiencing these different energies. Now, you might not think of it as anything cosmic or anything energetic out there, but just what's going on in your life. Is it all feeling a little overwhelming? Is it all feeling a little bit intense? Maybe, maybe not. We're all different. We all have different systems that can deal with these, deal with life differently. But I've definitely personally felt the overwhelm go out there a little. I felt the stress go up there a little. I've felt the anxiety levels go up a little bit. But maybe that's just the way I'm wired. But, you know, it's going to express itself in different ways. So Elestial is definitely a remedy for these feelings. And interestingly enough, the second card, so remembering the first card really opens us into what's going on this week. The second card is where the real crux is. And we have Herkimer diamond. So Herkimer is such I'm not surprised this has turned up. It's such a beautiful stone. And it's a stone that, first of all, I'll talk on the actual, the physicality of the Herkimer diamond. So it's still it's not an actual diamond, but it's not a quartz either. It's harder than a quartz, but a little softer than a diamond. And it's called a diamond because of the way it shapes in a double termination. So it looks like a diamond. And it's from Herkimer County in New York, therefore called Herkimer diamond. So the Herkimers are actually quite similar to the Elestial energy. And it's interesting because they've both got the ability to receive vast amounts of light and sort of direct it as well. So anywhere where you have a crystal that has 2 points either end, helps to move energy through receiving and transmitting. So Herkimer diamond is one that is all about oneness and unity. And it's one that really remedies feelings of loneliness, feeling of separation, feelings of overwhelm, stress, can't cope all by myself, and I need support. That feeling when you're feeling like this is all too much, Herkimer diamond is your friend, and it is the stone of oneness. And this is essentially why we're all here on this human journey, because we're all little separate fragments of divine source creator, yet we're all on our pathway home to realize the unity and the oneness, which is the truth of who we really are. And yeah, it's a journey, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't. So yeah, it's definitely, I feel this one has heard our call. A lot of us might be feeling this. I've definitely been feeling this. No one wants to feel alone, no matter how well you deal with isolation. And I mean, I love my own time. I love space to be able to process stuff, but we all need people around us, and that's the reality of it. So this is also asking us to connect and reach out with friends, and just it heard mine. Yeah, I know, Mama. I reckon we've just been discussing that. You know, this is a time that we need to actively reach out and connect with each other. We need to realize that, you know, when you're alone by yourself, you think you're the only one experiencing these feelings. But when you're connecting with the community, when you're connecting with your friends, you realize we're all the same on some level. We're all very different, but we're all designed to be together, really. You know, we're designed to love one another and support one another. And our society and culture has led us to this point where we have come so far from oneness and so far from unity, because we're all striving to be individuals. And there's nothing wrong with that, because we are we are individual sparks designed to express in our own way, but we really are still one. So yeah, let's support each other with that one. And then the last card for the week is one of my personal favorites, is Pyrite. And Pyrite and Herkimer diamond are good friends too, because these are all very like higher frequency energies. These are source energies. These are energies that speak of the light and the codes and the reprogramming. Don't like that word reprogramming, but it's more, there's new opportunities for us to grow right now. And Pyrite initiates that spark. It's kind of like when your car is dead and you need to jumpstart it, Pyrite would be doing that job if it could. If Pyrite was a person, he'd be like sparking us into action. So Pyrite, as I've mentioned before, is the master of geometric form. It is the stone that is the only mineral on the planet that can form in the 5 platonic solids. I mean, it naturally grows in both cubic, which is most common. You see it forming in a perfect cube. It forms in perfect spheres, in like round sun disks, in dodecahedrons, in icosahedral structures, pyramidal structures as well. It's really a master of the codes, the keys and codes. So all of these cards this week are very much, this is a gateway. Elestial is taking us through the portal. This is on the other side of the gateway. This is opening the door to a whole new way of being, but it's also showing us how to manage this high intensity that's happening. this Herkimer diamond showing us about this is our divine origin. This is our true nature as being unified and in oneness and experiencing the divinity within our hearts that is true. And this is how we spark ourselves, Pyrite, with all the keys and codes that we need to really take the step out into this whole new way of being. So I'm really excited that this has come through, and it's super high vibe, super intense, but you know, we've been journeying through a lot of the grounding cards lately, a lot of the like earthing and preparing, and this is like, yeah, moving on through, and I feel like, yeah, it's a beautiful combination. So I'm going to sing these cards together. So, okay, let me see here. So I'm actually seeing how we've got the angelic truth of the Elestial connecting in with our oneness, and also the Pyrite really works in the soul star, which is just above the entry point at the top of your head. This is where all the keys and codes are held. And then it's almost like if I was working in a body session, I would put Herkimer diamond in that, Elestial in that space as well. So we can just receive what we need in a way that's not going to blow our systems. So this would be a beautiful body spread to work with. So it goes something like this. When I hear the call of the truth of my divinity, I am activated into my divine expression. So it's something like that. And it's very hard to see anything that's not positive when I come to that, even though I know these cards speak of when we're feeling flat, overwhelmed, depressed, whatever, all those feelings. These are remedy cards, but they have so much positivity and so much activation available. So yeah, I really hope that you feel these cards as much as, and these crystals and the energy of these crystals as much as I am now. And yeah, it's big times, everybody, and really, you know, reach out and help one another. And also just a reminder that I am now doing these crystalline body sessions as well. And I've been feeling for a while, I've been kind of behind the scenes, sort of working out how to put this together. But essentially, in order to receive this big shift, I mean, it's going to happen for us whether we like it or not, but whether our bodies can cope with it and how we deal with it is completely in our hands as well. And so I put together a crystalline body template, which I'm still working on and I'm going to put out there, but I'm going to be starting that this week from the Wild Flock Studios if you want to come in, have a tune up. But essentially it's working with all the body system keys. So this might be like an 11-month process, depending on how your body responds, but it's basically checking into all the systems of the body energetically, how they're functioning, how they're working, and which systems need upgrades to assist the whole system working cohesively together. It's similar like in Chinese medicine. You might be having issues in all your organs, but just finding the one that needs the love and the support can really unlock that energetic flow to work around the whole system. So yeah, I'm really excited to be doing more of this body attunement to prepare our bodies to receive this in more ease and more grace. So hopefully that makes sense. And if any of you would like a card, please let me know. Oh, I'm seeing hearts. I'm going to see if I can actually work out how to read this. You'd love a card, Kalia. Okay. Yeah, I missed a bunch of people last week because I was looking at the top and not at the bottom. Okay. So Kalia, for you. Okay. Oh, you got Morganite. Morganite has been quite a popular one of late. I have recently journeyed with Morganite, and Morganite is a stone of the heart. It is one in the beryl family, and that is so beryl also includes aquamarine and also emerald. So all of these cards are kind of like brothers and sisters, but Morganite is a pink beryl, and it's all about equality and love. I have a feeling, I don't know if we spoke about this already, Kalia, but Morganite is, you know, very much connected with the swallows. You see the little lovebirds, you know, making their nests and brooding together. So this is very much a nesting time. I think I spoke about it last week with the third eclipse of the three. It's like the Trinity, the Holy Trinity is like the two that come together and create the space to make way for the three. This is very much a relationship card and a nesting period and working out how the ebb and flow goes and how to bring balance and equality to what you're both bringing to a situation. And because you're in a new relationship, I know this would make sense for you, Kalia, so that's really beautiful. Okay, is there anyone else who would like a card? Fauzi, Mum? I'm just going to make sure I don't miss anyone this too. Yes. Okay, Fauzi, one for you. How are you? Okay. I always get transported back to Peru when I see you on here, Fauzi. There's the crow again. Oh, okay. Highlight. So your vision is there for you. This is very much representative of your inner eye and your foresight and your insight. So as you can see with the symbol, it looks like a little eye in there as well. So this is the inner eye, and having just really trusting that. I don't know if that's been something that you've worked with, your ability to utilize that inner knowing, inner seeing, and it may come to you in different ways. It's not always clairvoyance, but this is a card of opening vision, and vision in this sense really comes from the sacral. It's something that the sacral and the third eye are very much connected, because it's not just about seeing, it's about feeling, like really feeling the seeing. And yeah, like often when people go, oh, I don't know if I can, you know, I'm not very intuitive or psychic or anything. It's like, you don't have to see things. Sometimes you just get a sense, a feeling, or it could be an imagination. And when that drops in, that, oh my gosh, that imagination that I had is actually it's your intuition or your body or your whole makeup giving you these stories, these insights to deliver information. So pay attention to your imagination as well as your dreams, as well as anything that just comes into your mind, because this center is being very activated for you. So hopefully that makes sense for you, Falsey. Okay, so anybody else before we say goodbye? Oh, Mum, me and Rosie, and hey, Suvi. Awesome. Bosco, good to see you. That's how it works for me. Okay, so I'm going to do one for you, Mum, and then Rosie. Okay. This is a long one today. Oh, well, it's nice to hang out with you guys. Oh, no, Mum, this is for you. This is for you first. Okay, red jasper. So this is a card of nurturing. This is the card of mothering. And since you're my mum, I'm telling you that you need to mother yourself and love yourself, because, you know, mums are hardwired to love and provide and serve everyone, and sometimes at the expense of themselves. So this is a time to really ground. If you can, I know the weather's horrible in Melbourne, but get your feet on the ground and really connect in with the earth. Maybe even have a magnesium bath. Anything that is going to give you that sense of being loved and nurtured is what you need right now. And I'm going to pull one for Rosie. This is for you, Rosie. Okay, so we had a flip over card, and we have the sister card to Morganite is Emerald. So you had Dioptase last time, so it's all about the heart space for you, Rosie. This is a stone of spiritual healing from the heart, and it's also, anytime you see the green energies, it's where the healing is taking place. There's physical and spiritual and emotional and mental. It's all part of the one, but this is where it's happening on more of the energetic level. So there is healing happening all around you and from your heart and for your heart. And it's also very much connected with the dolphin energy. So it's really lovely to connect in with the animals. I find them a really great way to access the energies of the crystals sometimes, because we can see how animals act and behave in nature. And yeah, the dolphins are such a joyous energy to tap into, and I love to use them if anyone's in physical pain, to invite people to imagine the dolphins swimming through their body to areas of pain. And if it's in the heart, just imagine them circling around and swimming in your inner oceans. So hopefully that's making sense for you, Roz, and use that beautiful, fun, playful dolphin energy. Oh, good to see you, Subi. Would you like a card as well? I think you would. Yes. Okay. And Lisa, nice to see you, Lisa. I'm pulling cards if anyone. Yeah, one for Lisa, one for Subi. And if I've missed anyone, just give me a shout out. Okay, so this is Subi for you, my dear. Okay, smoky quartz, earth light. This is beautiful. This is a grounding card. So, oh, you know how to do that, Subi. As much of a beautiful fairy light essence that you have, I see in you that deep Mama Earth connection. So really tapping into that deep earth grounding energy right now is going to serve you really well, because I know you're, you know, just as sensitive as the rest of us. And even though I haven't tapped in with you recently, I can totally feel that, you know, you're feeling it too. You're really feeling these changes. So remembering to ground yourself and connect deeply, and be protective of your energies too at this time, and really cultivating nourishing connections rather than ones that are going to be draining or allowing your energy to scatter too much. It's really honing it in and just connecting in with the earth. Okay, so Lisa, this one's for you. Okay. I feel like this one on top is for you. Oh, this is lovely, Lisa. You have pink tourmaline, the gift of love. This is a really beautiful card. So tourmaline, as I've mentioned before, is a stone that comes in many different colors. So we have black tourmaline, green tourmaline, blue tourmaline, and pink tourmaline, and I'm sure there's others, but essentially it is really this beautiful energy that is all encompassing and just flows through. So this is the pink color of the heart and of receiving love. So I'm not sure if you have a special someone around you right now, or whether that energy is coming to you in different ways, but there's definitely gifts for you in opening to receiving the love that is around you right now. So guys, I think I've got everyone there, and oh, beautiful. Yes, getting your body on the earth, Subi, that's right. Everyone can take a leaf out of that book. And hey, Mish, I can see you're there. So I'm going to pull you a card quickly, and then I'm going to say au revoir and enjoy earthing yourselves, everyone, and getting, you know, allowing these energies that are happening all around us to really integrate, and remembering all the cards that I've pulled for other people and each of you individually. There's a gift in there for all of us. So there's a lot of heart energy. There's a lot of like going within and being intuitive to your needs, and that's, you know, the grounding in. So we've got the two pink, the love cards. There's a lot of love there. There's a lot of how we connect with others, how we receive and give love. And there's a lot of grounding required and self-nurturing with the smoky quartz and red jasper. And of course, the emerald is the heart, the center, the healing heart, and bringing joyous energy into our lives and activating and opening our vision as well. So I'm going to pull one more card for you, Mish, that'll finish us off for today. And I'm going to put pictures of these cards up on the site underneath as well. Okay, Michelle. Aquamarine. So I actually just said this is another beryl. So we have the 3 beryls. The beryl family are coming in to play with us today. So beryl is they want me to talk about them. Okay. So the fact that we've got all the beryls coming into play right now is it's really interesting, because they grow in a hexagonal shape, and the hexagonal, so it's a 6-sided shape. You imagine a star tetrahedron, which is like the heart chakra shape, and you draw lines all the way around that underside, that creates the shape that these crystals grow in. So the fact that they're growing like that is really like they're all about the heart. They're really saying that it's the time to really come within into the heart space. And aquamarine, Mish, this is all about keeping it simple. And also it's about really listening to the emotional bodies, because the word aqua itself, it's connecting with water, and the water connects with the emotions in your body and allowing things to ebb and flow. And if there are areas that are feeling complicated and it's like your mind's getting in the way and overcomplicating things, this is just telling you to chill out and just let it flow. Just trust. When you keep things simple, it always works out better. Okay, everybody, so much love to you all, and I can't wait to see you next week. Much love.